total breedable cattle, cow, they have never calved. Similarly, in indigenous cattle, 30.37% of the total breedable indigenous cattle, they have never calved. In buffalo, 25.69% of the total forest. But if we see the average as we have calculated for the India, not bad. National average is 7.8% for crossbred and 7.63 for cattle. Indigenous, it is 10.7 for national average and 10.12 for four state average. For buffalo, it is little bit higher, 7.7 and 8.56. That may be one of the reasons for low productivity of buffalo, which I had shown, means in the previous slide. That may be one of the reasons. Means when I was reviewing the challenges in Eastern India as far as the dairy is concerned, I found that one of the biggest challenges is the delay in commencement of the projects. One example, several examples I have, but I have given one example which is very high profile example. The dairy projects, which was inaugurated by Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind ji, which was launched in 2017 when he attended the Statehood Day event on November 15, 2017. So President attended the Statehood Day event on November 15, 2017, and he laid the foundation stone of 2 dairy plants worth 18 crores, and these are the villages, Giridih and Baliguma near Jamshedpur in 2017. But both projects have still not made the transition from files to brickwork. This is the biggest challenge which I found in eastern part of the country, especially in Jharkhand. But if as far as processing cooperative is concerned, friends, there is a welcoming step in the trends of processing of the milk. We all know that today, as on today in 2020, 48% of the milk produced is consumed by the producers and 52% is surplus and marketed. In 2016 and 17, the position was that cooperative was handling 16% of the total surplus, and private sector was 10% of 52 surplus. So this was the picture that out of 50%, 16% was being handled by cooperatives and 14% by other private sector and rest by unorganized sector. But now in 2019 and 20, of total surplus, 20% is being processed by cooperative and 30% by branded private dairy company and rest by unorganized sector. This is the data of 2019 and 20. So this is a welcome change in the trend of processing. But our dream is that each and every liter of the surplus milk must be lifted from the farmer's door, and it should come in the supply chain, it should come in the market chain. And this growth we get despite knowing the fact that the processing capacity is highly skewed with Gujarat, and Gujarat alone is accounting 46% of the total milk processing. So this is the issue, that enhancing the processing capacity in Eastern India will be another point which we will see. Milk, now these 2 points came, and Dr. D.K. Srivastava and Dr. Thakur and everyone doing this problem. At present, Cooperative Milk Union, means they are holding 170,000 tons of the SMP, which is 62% more than the same period of the last year, and 104,000 tons of the butter, which is about 41% more than the last year, and 22,000 tons of the ghee, which is about 47% more than the last. So now milk cooperative societies are approaching the government. They have already approached the government. They have written the letter to the government of India to clear the storeroom. To clear this huge stock, cooperative is asking incentive for export. Either they should get the incentive to export, or this government of India should start a scheme so that milk can be distributed, milk and milk products can be distributed in through Anganwadi, in a school, in hospital, and etc. Cooperative did good job during lockdown cooperative kept same procurement price despite a sharp drop in demand. Now, this is the most important thing, that the procurement price did not decrease despite the drop in demand. Not only that, to help the farmers, cooperative also entered in area where private sector were engaged, but they were not collecting the milk during lockdown because they were the private sector. Now, this blue box says that cooperative says that if support is not being made available, or unless this store is liquidated or cleared, they will cut down the milk procurement price in coming flush season. And now this flush season is already in August, already is there, because there will be parturition in buffalo and flush season will be seen. So this is the one issue, friends, bigger challenge in dairy sector, and that is the true for eastern part of the country also, that cooperative is having a huge um, amount of the SMP, fat, ghee, and all these things. It has to be cleared by giving an incentive to the export, or by preparing a scheme for distribution of this surplus through Anganwadi, school, and hospital, etc. It requires, no doubt, milk cooperatives inventories requires immediate attention. Their store has to be cleared. And this store came because in 2018-19 we see, if we see, then the milk collection by cooperative was more than 7 point, the growth was more than 7%, and during lockdown, the daily sale dropped by 9%. So on one side, there was a growth in milk collection by cooperative, and on the other side, the demand was dropped during lockdown, and that's why there was a huge storage, huge inventories in cooperatives. Uh, and now in India, again, as I said, that milk glut likely to deepen further. From this month onwards, calving in buffalo will start, which will lead enhanced milk production, and that will be the flush period. So we have to think seriously, and this point has been raised at several platforms by many policymakers, that how to handle this one. And that's why we push that to push up the export. Let us bring the day milk and milk products under an ongoing new project of India, that is the Transport and Marketing Assistant Scheme for agricultural products. So we know that this scheme has been launched for agricultural products, that is the Transport and Marketing Assistant Scheme. And we recommend that dairy and dairy products should come under this scheme, so cooperatives inventories are cleared. If we see Eastern India specifically, what are the challenges in Eastern India, or what are the opportunity in Eastern India? Friends, role and scope of buffalo are not fully explored. This is one of the opportunity which we can say in future, that the if we are exploring the full potential of the buffalo in milk production in eastern part of the country, I think it will be a good initiative for the dairy sector in eastern part of the country. So, exploring the full potential of the buffalo in eastern India. In India, there is a large number of consumers, and there are two major drivers for increasing the demand of the dairy products. Number one is the increased income and increased urbanization in eastern part of the country. So these are the opportunity that buffalo may be your future roadmap. There are large number of the consumers in eastern part of the country, so we can say that there is a big market of value-added dairy products, especially in the urban and peri-urban region. Not only that, let us make the milk as a regular part of the midday meal program. As such, it is not only helping the producers, but also bringing the nutritional security to the eastern part of the country. And if we see the data, I'm not presenting the data, but the eastern part of the country, Jharkhand, Bengal, and Odisha are having the maximum problem of the nutritional security, maximum number of underweight children, maximum number of all parameters of undernutrition, whatever you see, you will find in these three states. Another opportunity, that there is not shortage of the labor, there is not shortage of the technical manpower. All four universities is having either veterinary university, animal science university, dairy science college, are integrated with the agriculture university, barring visa. All three states are having technical veterinary college and all these things. So this is there is not shortage of the manpower. And more important one is that this eastern part of the country may initiate to form a dairy grid, because this state, if dairy grid is formed in Patna or in means anywhere in the Bihar and Jharkhand, then it can serve the international consumer also, because they are having big border of the many international eastern part of the world, where there is a shortage of the milk and per capita availability of milk is very low. So friends, let us make that crisis also presents opportunity for reforms. As crisis, we are using this opportunity. We are meeting very frequently through webinar. I found myself that from Monday to Friday we are doing interview and all these things, and then Saturday and Sunday we are engaged in the webinar. In the same way, everyone is busy. So in the same way, could dairy sector patronize the migrant workers who are not?
No sound.
सर का डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया एक्चुअली।
ये जी क्या हुआ है? अच्छा,
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया सर, उनका कुछ नेटवर्क इशू होगा। मैं फिर
It seems somehow his link is lost.